Hi students, welcome to my class on quadratic equations. A quadratic equation is a 2-degree single variable, say x, equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where coefficient a is not equal to 0. It has three coefficients a, b and c, but coefficient a should not be equal to 0. So quadratic equations could be in the form of x to the power of 2 minus 4 is equal to 0, where x squared is equal to 4, where x could be equal to plus or minus 2. This x is equal to plus or minus 2 is x either equal to minus 2 or plus 2. This is called the root of the quadratic equation. The root of the quadratic equation means that if you substitute the x value with plus 2 or minus 2, the equation will be equal to 0. Then x has a root. Now in x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. So it is now becoming two factors like x into x plus 6, which is equal to 0. There x must be either equal to 0 or minus 6. Now you will be asked to say whether the following statements in a question is a quadratic equation. For example, x plus 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 2 into x minus 4. So it has a left hand side LHS and RHS right hand side. You have to solve both separately. X plus 2 to the power of 2 becomes x squared plus 4x plus 4 using the formula a plus b whole squared, which is equal to 2 into x minus 4 becomes 2x minus 8. So solving both LHS and RHS, bringing them to one side, x to the power of 2 plus 2x minus 4 will be equal to 0. This is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation where coefficient a is equal to 1, coefficient b is equal to 2, coefficient c is equal to 4, minus 4. So in solving quadratic equation, you have the factorization method. Now say ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation where we split middle term bx into two terms. Say either plus bx both or minus bx both, or one term as plus bx and one term as minus bx. The summation of these two terms should satisfy the middle term. And at the same time, the multiplication of the split terms must be equal to ax squared multiplied by the constant term. Therefore, plus bx into minus bx or plus bx into plus bx or minus bx into minus bx should be equal to ax squared c. When you split these terms, then you will get two factors. One, x plus a into x plus b is equal to 0. That means x plus a equal to 0, x plus b is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus a, x is equal to minus b. These two are roots of the quadratic equation. As regards quadratic equation x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, factorization of that, by splitting middle term, you can split 3x into 2x plus x. Also 2x into x will be 2x squared. That satisfied ax squared c in this quadratic equation. So the factors of x squared plus 3x plus 2 becomes x plus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. These two are the two factors. Factors is x plus 1 and x plus 2. But the roots are x plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, the first root is x is equal to minus 1. x plus 2 is equal to 0 in the second factor where the root is x is equal to minus 2. So we can find the roots by the quadratic formula also. The quadratic formula is designed with the coefficients. Therefore, there are two roots, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a are the two roots. So, one root is minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. The other root is minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. b squared minus 4ac is called the discriminant. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, calculating that with the coefficients, the equation has two equal roots. That could be 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 4 like that. If b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, it will have two roots, but the roots are unequal. It could be 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4, 7, 8 like that. If b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then it cannot have any roots. No roots are possible. And a quadratic equation is helpful in solving the word problems. See, if the discriminant b squared minus 4ac is a large number, you can find the square root of b squared minus 4ac by prime factorization method. That will help you to solve the problem. When you solve the word problems with quadratic formula, you may get one root as positive, one root as negative. So negative cannot be the solution to any word problem. So you will have to take the positive root as the answer to the word problem. You have to understand the word problems also carefully. The problem may say that one number in the problem is greater than 5 than the original number. Therefore, the original number is x, the second number is x plus 5. It could say one number is less than 5 of the original number. Then one number is x, the other number is x minus 5. Ultimate idea is to get the factors into second degree equation to solve the problem. If one number is the reciprocal of the other, the two numbers could be assumed by us as one as x, the other as 1 by x. If one number is 2 more than 4 times the number, we can assume one number as x, the other number is 4x plus 2. So you have to assume, beginning the problem, you have to assign those factors before solving the problem. Then the speed problem also can come. So the time taken will be equal to the distance in kilometers by the speed in kilometer per hour. So using this equation also, the quadratic equation may have to be solved. Now, coming to the practical problems, I will give you some examples. A train travels a distance of 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed is increased by 5 km per hour, it would have taken 1 hour less for the journey. Find the original speed of the train will be the problem. Now, time is given by the formula, time taken to cover the distance is time is equal to distance by speed. Distance and speed both are expressed in the same unit of measurement, kilometers per hour. Now let the speed of the original train be x. So the increased speed will be x plus 5. So for framing the equation, 360 is the distance. The original speed is x. So 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 5 must be equal to 1 hour. Why? 360 by x would have taken more time. 360 by x plus 5 would have taken less time. You have to deduct the smaller number from the larger number. So therefore you have to frame the equation 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 5 is equal to 1. Then you will get a quadratic equation solving it as x squared plus 5x minus 1800 is equal to 0. 1800 is a large number. So you can find the roots with the quadratic formula. That will give you the result two roots as 1 plus 40 and the one as minus 45. Minus 40 speed cannot be negative. So plus 40 is the right answer. So the original speed of the train is 40 kilometers per hour. Thank you. I will give you some more examples of the word problem. Say, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and their product is 182. Now, let one number be x and the other number is 27 minus x. Adding these two, you get 27. That is how you have to proceed with the problem. Now, multiplying these two numbers, you should get 182. So, the second equation is x multiplied by 27 minus x must be equal to 182. So, 27x minus x squared is 182, and this gives you the equation, quadratic equation, x squared minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Solving them, you may get x is equal to 14 or x is equal to 13. Both are positive numbers. So, the solution could be either 14 or 13. One number could be 14, the other number could be 13. Now, coming to the next problem. There could be two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Find those numbers. So, two consecutive numbers will be 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So, let one number be x, the other number be x plus 1. So, x to the power of 2 plus x plus 1 to the power of 2 is equal to 365. So, solving that, you get x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. That gives you the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. So, solving that, simplifying that further, you may get x squared plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. So, solving these equations, you get two factors, one as 13 and as minus 14. Negative integer is not admissible as an answer. So, if you take 13 as a positive number, one is 13, the other is 14. Then if the problem gives you that two consecutive odd numbers, the sum of whose squares is 484 or any number like that, then two consecutive odd numbers will be 1, 3 or 3, 5 or 7, 9. So, the odd numbers, the difference between odd numbers is 2. Therefore, we have to frame our equation as the first number as x and the second number is x plus 2 and proceed to solve the problem. Thank you.